Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be looking at Sergi Roberto. We're going to be talking about Hansi Flick, as there's been some recent reports in regards to the German manager. And then as well, we're going to be talking about the Joaos. And lastly, we're going to be talking about Mikel Fay, as there is an update in regards to his future. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk about Sergi Roberto, because reports have broken out that Sergi Roberto is disgusted, unhappy, discontent with how the negotiations in regards to his contract renewal is going. And if you guys don't know, there was a verbal agreement between Xavi and Barcelona and with Sergio Roberto that Sergio Roberto was going to continue for one more season, but due to Xavi's, his dismissal and he's no longer the Barcelona's coach, Sergio Roberto's future has been up in the air. And Deco and Boyan, they have explained to him that Sergio Roberto's continuity with the club, it's all dependent on the FFP situation. If Barcelona they have enough FFP to bring on Sergio Roberto to basically register him, then he will stay for Barcelona for one more season. But the thing is that he is unhappy with the whole situation, and his entourage, they're already looking for clubs. He's looking for a team, because he doesn't want to be in the situation where in the last couple of days of the transfer window, his future is uncertain on whether he's going to be staying or leaving. And then, he could be a whole season without playing any football. And, my thoughts on the whole situation is, hey, just let Sergio Roberto go. I understand why he's unhappy, because you don't want your future to be uncertain. But the thing is, Barcelona, we have more important players that we do want to register. For example, there are more important players and more younger players that we want to give more importance to, rather than Sergio Roberto, who we already know what can give us. And so, if I'm Barcelona, I say, hey, Sergio Roberto, thank you for your service, and when we move on. But now, guys, I'm going to be talking about Hansi Flick, because Hansi Flick, it's very early days for Hansi Flick. A lot of rumors are being circulated around the media on what he's going to do, just on what he wants from the team, etc., etc. We all know that Hansi Flick, he's going to be wanting to play a very physical and energetic style of football. And in one of the first meetings with the team, he's basically warning the players that no information from the team should be leaked to the press. So he wants to create an isolated bubble and isolate the players, and basically protect the locker room from any external or outside pressure from the media. And I think that's fantastic, from Hansi Flick. I don't want my players to be involved in the media or just be constantly, hearing the noise that's speculating and everything, because it doesn't allow you as a professional to work on your everyday duties and just allow you to train to your maximum potential. And so I think it's a fantastic idea that Hansi Flick, he just wants to isolate, the players and just say, hey, I will not allow any, media leaks to happen. I don't want that whatsoever. And, it's going to allow Hansi Flick and the players to work in a better condition. And we all know how toxic the Barcelona environment is. Hopefully that is the case, and, we don't see media leaks, and, the players are protected, and so they can work better in their everyday, duties or everyday life. But now, guys, I'm going to be talking about the Joaos, because, both the future of Joao Cancelo and Joao Felix is completely uncertain. I have made videos in the past talking about both the Joaos, basically saying, hey, does Hansi Flick trust on them? Does he want them to be in the project? And as of right now, Hansi Flick wants both Joao Cancelo and Joao Felix to continue, which actually caught me by surprise, because looking at the recent performances that both of these players put in, I'm thinking, like, why would Hansi Flick be wanted to keep them? But the thing is, looking at the market, looking at the alternatives, there aren't really that many for the price that these teams are asking for. And so Barcelona right now, number one, they're looking to extend Joao Felix's contract, no, his loan, basically. They do not want to buy him, which I think is a sensible thing. If Barcelona can get Joao Felix on loan for another season, that could potentially be a good thing. But I would much rather prefer a player like Xavi Simons over a Joao Felix, who I think Xavi Sims can do everything that Joao Felix can do, but better. And Joao Cancelo, in regards to him, Hansi Flick, he does want him to continue, but the thing is, Barcelona are not willing to pay anything over 25 million euros. And so the future of both of these players are decided. It's simple. Hansi Flick wants these players to continue, but if Barcelona and Man City, if they cannot reach an agreement for that price tag, and Barcelona they have to pay over 25 million euros, then the deal isn't going to happen. And we all know both of these players' intentions. They both want to stay at Barcelona. Joao Felix, he doesn't want to go to Atletico Madrid, and Joao Cancelo, he doesn't want to go to Man City. And so that is something that works in Barcelona's favor. That's something that hopefully Barcelona can take advantage of in the negotiations. But right now, talks they are scheduled just to basically, figure out the future of both of these players. But now, guys, I want to be talking about Mikel Fay, the Barcelona youngster who is currently playing for Barca Athletic. And, Mikel Fay's future is a little bit uncertain, just like with Joao Cancelo and with Joao Felix. And now, why do I say that? Well, it's because Mikel Fay, he no longer wants to continue at Barcelona Athletic. He has basically put it simple. He either wants to play for Barcelona's first team, or he wants an exit. He no longer wants to be playing, in what he views as second division football, and he wants to make that jump up to professional football, to the top tier of Spanish football. And Barcelona, they do have faith in him, they do trust on him. They will be taking him during preseason, and Hansi Flick, he will have the final decision on whether Mikel Fay makes that jump up to the first team. But if Mikel Fay does not convince Hansi Flick, then we could see Mikel Fay head out through the exit door. And the thing is, Barcelona, they have so much faith in him that if Mikel Fay, he does leave to another club, Barcelona, they want to include a buyback clause for very cheap, because they do not want to sell a talented youngster such as Mikel Fay. And I think this is 100% a very good thing to do, because Mikel Fay, the performances that he's been putting in for Barcelona, I think he's been absolutely tearing it up. And I really want to see him during preseason. I really want to see what he can do under Hansi Flick, a player who's very fast, a player who's very technical, a player who I think would fit Hansi Flick's system to a T. He's a center back who can play as a left back, very strong, very pacey, good on the ball. A very good player for Hansi Flick. But we're going to see what Mikel Fay does during preseason. That's going to be something very interesting to see. And I have a lot of hope that Mikel Fay could do well in preseason. But guys, that's it for the Barcelona news of the day. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on everything that I've discussed on today's video. What do you guys make of everything that I've discussed on today's video? And as always, guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you guys all in the next video.